appreciate another month, maybe on him since the last time. It's spread out because that video was done in the spring, and now we're almost a year later. So unfortunately, he's another horse that is part mine, and so he's like the mechanic. He sat on the back burner. I think he gets rides 2 weeks, and then gets one ride, and goes out another few weeks, gets a few rides. So anyhow, you're not going to see a dramatic change, but you're going to see changes from the last video if you had kind of taken a look at them previously. Just a ride that I had. Pretty bad cold. I just got my voice back. I don't need to be so quiet and close, but so anyhow, at it. Now make it short and sweet if possible. Give you an idea of everything that he does. I have been putting the was out last video I made, so I warmed him. So he's kind of checking it out a little bit. So you might see me pick him up a little, or he might not steer the best all the time, but he's a quick learner, because he's really probably the fourth total. So he catches everything quick. He just might kind of get a little independent minded when we start passing the center here, so that's when you might see me pick up a little bit to ask him to move around and get over there. So he's a pretty willing guy. He gets my bullheaded. He's taught me what it's like to be a redhead. And to realize that you can have a piece of opinion and still get along. So we've had some different emotional struggles together. So like I said, he's taught me some about myself as well, and things I do and don't want to do. So and he's learned the same things that he does and doesn't want to do, because we both kind of have this thou art do my will, not thine. So this is the horse that I had said, if you're new to this is the horse that I had mentioned. If you want to get into a fight with him and start picking beyond reason, he will go to war with you, and you may have Vietnam. Nobody wins. So this is kind of his personality. He is a horse about fairness. Sometimes he'll test you a little bit and try your patience a little, but boy, he can really teach you how to work a horse through, if you want to say nanny 911 techniques instead of Vietnam techniques. So, he has a real personality. He's a curious George. He's not going to be obnoxious about it. He's not obnoxious about it, but he will check things out. He's been off the farm a little bit. I have hauled him to, say, Corporate Challenge in Minnesota. To look at. The one spot where I was nervous, and that was the corner of the on the tent-covered arena. All of a sudden, he found a blue. It even scared me. My heart goes, ah! And so, anyhow, that thing flapped up and made a huge noise, and he went to the side just a little bit, and then he went down like nothing. And I think he was very leery about it the second time. By the third time, he didn't even bother with it. He's not a he's really not nervous about stuff. He might have a little bit of trust he gets sometimes a little ahead of himself. He's still growing and filling out, so his butt still has to get a little bit more muscle in it before he really gets all his weight set back on the back end. But he's pretty balanced, you know. He's more on the back end than he is on the front end. And he loses rhythm. That's just strength, because like I said, he doesn't get real regular riding all the time, and then from time to time. So, anyhow, I thought I'd do that. Now I know one of the gals that had inquired, because I've got a few people asking because he does like to get real small. He'll just shrink up a little bit. He takes a little bit of the turtle, pulling back into his shell type of deal, and he'll just kind of suck back and not go anywhere, but then his stride doesn't reach either. So I've just been working a little bit on trying to push him out some and teaching him how to push through his butt and follow through his back, leaving it nice and soft. So you'll see me kind of fix on him a little bit to help him stretch out. There's a little bit of stride there. Try and stretch him out a little bit, but he loves to lope. So I'll just let him pick up now. This is probably one of his more favorite gears, is loping. Like I said, he's a curious horse, and he's an honest horse. He tries hard. He likes to be played with, and he would do wonderful with somebody that has the time to mess with him on a regular basis. You can see he's a bit of a couch potato. He's already telling me he's tired, and he hasn't even had to do it. So, one thing with this guy, his only quirk is that he can be, not all the time, but he can be slightly pulled back. And what I mean by that is he'll get a little bit humpy on you. Excuse me. In the beginning of a ride, when you first put the saddle on, and from what I've been able to tell, it's gotten better and better and better as I've learned, and he's grown and put on more muscle to cover his back. But I think he's got a very shallow vagus nerve, which runs over his spine, and so that would be kind of similar to, come on now, trot. That would be kind of similar to a person's sciatic. If you put certain pressure on it in the wrong spot, it can definitely get, it sends nerve reactions right through the whole body and gives you a really negative feel. And so he'll let you know, but always, just for precaution, because he can buck if you're not careful. He has bucked once with me, and that was before I figured all this stuff out. And after I got that stuff figured out, he was I haven't had any problems since. But I just wanted you to be aware that don't take it for granted unless you've gotten to know him well enough that you can read him. Now, like with me, I don't always have to worry about it, because I can tell. And his eyes, he'll let me know. And usually he kind of rounds his back way up and gets this kind of look like this, and the saddle will be off his back about this far, and you're just standing there. So, and he'll puff up, and fill up with air. And then that's he's letting you know, by golly, you better lunge him at that point with the saddle on so he can adjust it to the proper position so it doesn't pinch on him. Once you get beyond that, and that only takes like 5 minutes. He's not a high energy horse. He's actually slightly on the lazy side. He's a lazy side, if that makes sense. I mean, that sounds like and so maybe not because there's no spurs. You get by with it. But he's lazy in the sense that he will try to stop on me and not go forward, you know, as far as just walk. I just want to walk. That's too much work. Oh, did you say walk? You know, so he will do that kind of stuff.